Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the Street Smart Millionaire. Just so you know, this week I was watching the Gladiator, and today we have the Gladiator. Maximus is on my podcast. It's my best soldier, Eric Kulbe. Eric, how long you been in the mortgage business?
24 years.
Wow. And what'd you do before that?
I had a little stint in professional baseball before that, and really no other, nothing else. I was in college
So you
prior to that.
did sports and you got in the mortgage business. How'd you get in the mortgage business? You're like one of those young guns, all dressed up, looking good. How'd you get in the mortgage business?
Kind of interesting story. I needed a job, looked in the newspaper, looked like mortgage was hiring, and ended up just getting started with a subprime lender, a company called Centex Home Equity. So cut my teeth selling 228s with a 5-year prepay and 8 points on the front. So selling rates never really been that big of a deal
So
for
you
me.
started out as a hard money in a call center, correct?
Absolutely.
Why is it that me, you, and most of the big loan reps in America started out in a call center? What makes a call center lead to success as a loan rep?
I just think you get a tough skin. You learn how to actually sell something. It's not at that point, it's not a commodity. You have to really, be able to provide something to someone and get a lot of no's. I mean, I got a lot of at bats, definitely a lot of opportunities to work with different kinds of people, and that helped me really just learn how to sell more than anything.
So how long were you in a call center?
I was only in it for about 9 months. Met a guy in the elevator going home late one night. I was, I had he was dressed really nice. We were in more of like the sweatshop boiler room, hat backward, throw the football in the office. And I met a guy in the elevator late one night. He had nice suspenders on, collared shirt, was carrying some loan files just like I was, and we just started chatting it up and built a relationship. I learned some of the things that he was doing. I started referring him a bunch of the loans that I couldn't do, some of the better credit, more qualified borrowers. He started, getting some of those deals. I remember one time we met and he said, "How many deals did you close last month?" And I said, "I was the top guy in my office. I closed 4 loans, made like 80,000 in revenue and got a $1,200 bonus." I thought that was pretty cool. And he said, "We closed 12 loans that you gave us last month, and here's how much I made." And I was like, "I want to meet your boss." And so we ended up going to just went to lunch with his boss, little Mexican restaurant across the street. And my very first month in the A paper side of the business, I closed 17 loans, all refis, because I just talked to all my guys downstairs and I said, "Hey, if you got anybody who tells you to pound sand, let me talk to them. I'll give you $100 or whatever." And at the time it was a little more loose, but learned how to sell loans there. And I remember after having a really good within 90 days, I was a President's Club winner at the company I was at the time. I was closing 17 to 25 loans a month, and they like couldn't believe it. And for me, it was just more because I'd had so many repetitions and learned how to sell and learned how to go get business that it helped me to really close.
So let me ask you a question. As a pro athlete to a professional salesman, what are some traits that you've carried over?
I think it's very similar. I tell people this a lot. I mean, you have to show up, you have to work hard. There's always somebody that's coming up that's better than you are. There's a lot more in professional selling and professional sports. There's a lot of personal accountability. I mean, we have a lot of flexibility as salespeople to not do what we're supposed to do, to not show up. A lot of people are like, "Hey, I want to get in that business so I can make my own schedule." It's like, doesn't work like that. You want to be successful. I mean, you have to be at the gym, at practice, doing reps over and over and over, the boring, monotonous, hitting balls off a tee. The things that like, why would I hit balls off a tee? That's for tee ball. It's like, no, you need to go and hit 200, take 200 cuts off of a tee. And that's really what this business is like too. And that's why I love the core and the program. People ask like, "How many calls did you make? How many people did you see?" It's like, well, I want to learn how to do it easier. It's like, no, go hit some balls off the tee. That's what we do every
So
day.
you've been with me how long now? How long you been my student?
I came to Core in fall of 2013. You
So
told me,
2013, you met me at an event, signed up to pay me 40 grand a year. Was it student of mine for how long? 3 years, 4 years, 5 years?
I think 3 years before I actually became a coach.
Became one of my coaches. You've been coaching now for like 7 or 8 years.
Yes.
And I've watched you grow from a loan rep to a branch manager to a regional. So now you own a piece of a company. Tell me about the company you own, that you own a
Yeah, I
piece of.
mean, Synergy One Lending had an opportunity to buy in as a partner back in 2020 when Mutual of Omaha Bank had been sold by Mutual of Omaha, and they gave us the opportunity. So got to get in on that, and fortunately, 2020, 2021, great time to be in the business. It looked like we were super smart at that time, and then 22 and 23, we found a way to give back a bunch of the money that we made, and had to kind of revamp and restructure and rebuild until now. In the last couple of years, we've had a really good amount of success. A
And you've
lot
been
of
with
them
Synergy for how long?
I've been at Synergy for 7 years, since
And you've
2008,
been an owner for how long?
since 2020. So about 5 years
And
been.
now you run their growth, right? You're their growth development leader.
Yep. So Chief Growth Officer is my official
So
title.
why would some loan rep out there want to come to Synergy with all the options out there? There's probably 30 top mortgage companies. There's probably 300 total. Why would they come to Synergy besides the fact that you're there and you're pretty cool? Why else besides that?
I think from a transparency perspective, I mean, we give, our big model is really on letting people be entrepreneurs, essentially run a company within a company. We provide the platform, we provide the operations, the service, a lean model with what we feel a lot of the bigger companies offer, but at a lower overall corporate price, and then give them the opportunity to then build their company within, so they can still, we like to talk a lot about stylistic versus systematic, right? You have a certain way that everybody at every company has to deliver a loan in terms of application to loan closing and funding.
I'm
But
out.
big part,
People
yeah.
hire me to make more, save more, give more. Why do they hire me?
Make more, save more, give more.
You need to simplify your elevator pitch. What do you need to do as my student?
My elevator pitch. They come here to
Come to Synergy for
make more
these
money.
3 reasons. I
Yeah.
want you to break it down to 3 simple reasons. We have a platform where you can control your own destiny financially. Got it? That's one. What
Yeah.
else? All the support necessary to build a great business. And what's third?
I think
Surrounded by a group of
people,
go-getters.
bunch of winners. We all want to
Cool.
win. Want to grow.
Simplify it down to 3 things. All of you out there, you all have amazing businesses, amazing companies. You're not getting in front of the right people, and you don't have the right pitch. How many people are you in front of a month to join Synergy?
I mean, my goal is to get in front of 50 million in production a month.
So you get in front of 50 million. So that's 10 $5 million producers, two $25 million producers. So you're trying to get in front of 50 million and land half of it a month, correct?
Yeah, that's
So you're still doing loans. How many loans you putting up a month?
I mean, our team is usually doing anywhere from 15 to 20.
So 15 to 20 loans. You got a branch with how many loan reps?
I mean, the branch that I'm a part of, there's 27, I think, loan officers in
And
here.
that closes how many loans?
They're closing 90 to 100 loans a month.
Cool. And then you have a regional that you run that's how big?
I mean, I'm a little bit unique in terms of over a little piece of everything. So those have all shifted a little bit in terms of, my loan team and the concierge staff and all the stuff that we're doing
And your
loans with.
company's how big? How many loan reps at your company?
We're about 300. We're doing
How many loans y'all put up a month?
close to 1,000.
So the national average is 2 deals per loan rep. You're doing 3.5. What are you trying to get it to?
I mean, the goal would really be, if you had a bunch of loan officers doing five loans minimum a month.
Just so you know, I have 38 loan reps. I'll close 255 loans this month. Is right at about 6 loans per loan rep. Why am I beating you when you're better than me?
You demand it.
I demand it and I'm simpler. What are the 2 things I do better than you?
Demand it and
I
simpler.
just had a meeting this morning with a bunch of people that sell in my level 1, and that department is down 8% for the year. What do you think that meeting was like?
Not good.
I did them a favor. Why? I
know.
crushed them because they're not making enough money. Why did I crush them? Because the department's not making enough money, or they're not making enough money.
They're not making enough money.
You crush people so they can hit their goals and their visions. Got it? Now, like me, you're pretty loaded, correct?
I'm chasing you.
What do you mean? You're chasing me in a lot of areas, but you're way beyond successful. You're way over $10 million. You're very successful in the bank. So you work why? What are your 3 reasons you work? What motivates you?
Winning, competing, having a a vision, a goal. I love being around people. It's like a sport. This is my team. I love coming to work every day to go play to win.
Let me help you. I don't think that's enough. I think it has to be change the industry, win, and be valuable. I think you should carry those things. I think for you, when you simplify things better, you're such a dominant player. You're so tough. You're one of the best coaches I've ever had. You never say no. You always handle your business. I think you need to have simpler pitches. Your motivation, change the industry, win, be valuable. Those are simple. Do you agree?
Very
Your vision, 20 loans a month, 200 at the branch, company closing 5 loans per loan rep. That should be your what?
vision.
Cool. My vision is 400 coaching students making $1 million, 40 loan reps closing 250 loans. Those are my visions. It's really what? I think words like values, purpose, mission, vision, those are the game plans for guys like me and you to what takes us to the next level. You agree?
Great.
Like when I look at my values, I want to help people make more, save more, and give more. Could be lots of things. Could be honesty, integrity, respect. Values are whatever you want it to be. When I look at like vision, you should clearly 20 closings a month for my team, 200 a month for my branch, 2,000 for my company. Those should be your 3 visions. You agree?
I do.
For me, I think everything has to be broken down into 3, just like baseball. 3 strikes and you're what?
Yeah.
Out. Now, I will tell you my favorite thing about you. I've met one of your daughters. Was it your oldest or your middle or your youngest?
My oldest, Charles C.
The most respectful young girl I had ever seen. That's a great compliment to you. So listen, I love people that get it done at work, but I more love people that get it done where?
At home.
So I got a big thing on my mind lately. Great life, great business. Can you have both?
Yes.
No.
No.
You can have a great business and a really good life, or a really good business and a great life. What do I have?
A really good business and a great
No,
life.
I got a great business and a really good life. Be honest. What do I have?
A great business and a really good life.
I don't know how to recreate really well. I work or I'm with my wife or I'm pursuing God. I keep my life really simple. Now, I will tell you, I would rather work than just about anything else. That's what it takes to be uber successful. Do you agree?
I agree.
Now, how do you do it turning it off from work to home life? How do you do? Good or bad at it?
Um, I'm actually a lot better than I had been in the past. I mean, the core really changed me. I think, one of the biggest things that I ever did was coaching my daughter's team. And, at that point it made me have to turn it off because I couldn't be on the phone and I had to be on a field and I had to be paying attention to them and I actually enjoyed it. And then what I found is I didn't really like picking the work up after again. So I had to learn to get better during the day, which is why, one of my things, one of the things I coach on and why a lot of people like to get with me is just based on time management. It doesn't mean I work more. It just means I work better. I work smarter.
Well,
So
let's talk about your day. What time do you start?
I mean, I go to I go to a workout class at 5 in the morning. I
So you're in
usually,
the gym at 5 in the morning for how long?
lately it's been like an hour and a half to 2 hours. They've got
So you
some
do
other,
an hour and a half to 2 hours every day. How many days a week?
I mean, at least 6 days a week I'm doing
So
that.
6 days a week. You bought me this stupid rucksack and I'm wearing this heavy duty backpack all around on the weekend on the farm because I want to look like you. One more run at looking like you. Is it possible for me?
Hey, I'm chasing you too, man. I want to
You're
look like you.
chasing me and I'm chasing you, brother. Listen, I am dialed into my fitness. Why do you have to be fit to make a lot of money?
I mean, I think you have to take care of yourself first and foremost, and I think you need to be an example, and I think you need the energy to be able to do it. All of those things.
I know some out of shape, loaded people. What do they not have? They do not have really good lives. What do they not have?
They don't have really good
So if
lives.
you want a really good or a great business and you want a really good or a great life, everything requires a lot of work. You agree?
Absolutely.
Discipline, structure, process, accountability. What does accountability mean to you?
I'm doing what you say you're going to do.
No, that's not what accountability means. What does accountability mean?
I don't know.
I look at your work and make sure you do what you're supposed to do. What is accountability?
Oh, someone else making sure. Yes,
You agree.
I do.
Personal trainer, marriage counselor, boss, coach, mentor, those are all things that have been in your life. So you've had a bunch of athletic coaches, correct?
Yes.
You've had how many business coaches? Anybody besides me or just me?
I mean, really just you as a, other than the guys that I work with,
And mentors in your life, how many?
very few.
I've had 9. Why?
You seek them out.
Why will you never catch me?
I don't seek them out
Cool. What do I do with all my mentors, including Roy Mason, who guides me in Jesus and marriage? How often do I see him?
every week at least.
Every week for 2 hours and every Wednesday for an hour on a Bible study so I can be grounded in my life, correct?
Yes.
Now, what frustrates me the most about my coaches?
We're not grounded in our lives.
No, I think you're very grounded in your life. I think you have an excellent life. I think you don't pursue enough accountability and direction. I think you all think you're pretty good. And I think to get better, you need to think you're pretty bad. I'm pretty broken. I could be a way better Christian, a way better husband, a way better leader, a way better coach, a way better worker. I could be in way better shape. My shirt's not ripping off my arms like yours is. Okay. So I can be way better at everything in my life. Guess what you can be?
Better.
Guess how I'm going to get way better?
Your mentors.
Chasing my mentors. I don't look for any business mentors anymore. Why?
You're bigger than a lot of them.
I'm an expert. Now, you can't have a mentor that's not better than you at what you're doing. Roy's better at marriage. He's been married 46 years. I've been 22. He's better as a Christian. He's got a doctorate in theology. He's an evangelist. He's been a pastor. It helps me because I know what I put in the well will come up in the what?
Water.
In the bucket.
Bucket.
So when you put good stuff in, good stuff comes out. So you start at 5 o'clock in the morning. What time do you end your day?
4:30 or 5 most days.
And what time do you go to bed?
Like 9 or 9:30.
And what does your diet look like?
It looks good. I try to be, I'm not as strict on what I eat as much as how many calories. So I give myself a little bit of grace there, but high protein, that's really, I like calories because to me, like 2,000 calories could be 4 donuts. It could be 3 slices of pizza. It could be 10 pounds of broccoli. It could be, 2 pounds of ground beef. It could be, 4 pounds of chicken. It just depends what you do with the calories. Like eating better foods will make you feel better. Too many people, they just eat too much.
So what area of your life do you find that you're the least processed and the least structured?
Family.
Okay. And I think things like a date night. I think like scheduled time with each children every week. Like I got divorced about 25 years ago, and I had been working too much, and I didn't have a good enough relationship with my kids. So I added a scheduled half-hour date every week with each one of my daughters. Game changer after a year. Why?
Because you have that time with them
Help them
scheduled.
build that relationship and build that structure and process. So does anything happen, right? Can you hope for anything to work out?
You can, but it doesn't.
It doesn't work out when you're hopeful. How does it work out? Vision, plan, accountability. You agree in those 3 things?
Absolutely.
Why do I teach and do everything in my life in 3s?
Because that's palatable and easy to implement.
It's easier and more impactful. Here's the 3 reasons you get a loan from me. Here's the 3 reasons you hire the core. I'll help you make more, save more, give more. The 3 reasons you come to Synergy. We got a world-class platform to make yourself unlimited money. We got all the support you could ever need to run your business. And 3, we got a bunch of killers that you can be around that drive competition. Those will be your 3 big things. Got it?
Love it.
Otherwise, you can have 10 conversations or 2 conversations. Which would you rather have?
Rather have impactful conversations.
Exactly. We want to have impactful conversations. The way to have impactful conversations is keep your value points really simple. I think too many people have long, flowery motives and visions and purposes. And I think we got to see it go really simple. How old are you?
47.
It's 5 years from today, and we're doing this podcast again. Tell me about your life.
I love what I'm doing. I need to be better in a lot of places personally. Professionally, I need to, just stay the course. I don't want to, I want to make sure that I stay hungry, that I stay excited. It's why I stay around you.
Do you have big visions or simple visions?
I think both.
If I make $1 more a year, am I happy?
Yes.
If I make $1 less a year, am I pissed off?
Yes.
That's how simple I am. Every year, my bank account has to go up $1. Every year, my charity has to go up $1. Every year, my income has to go up $1. Everything has to have growth. My body, my marriage, my relationship with God, my relationship with my children and my grandchildren, the quality of my farm, my hot rod collection, it has to get a little better. What do I focus on?
Getting better.
Little better. What do I not focus on?
Way better.
I don't focus on BHAGs. You have a great business and a great life. You should focus on small growth to take your business to the next level. A few more referral partners, one more loan per loan rep. You should get your company to one more loan per loan rep or 10 more loan reps.
One more loan per loan rep.
What do all owners work on? More loan reps or more loans per loan rep?
They work on more loan reps.
I don't like it. Why?
Because it's not the answer.
I work at a giant mortgage company. I help that mortgage company try to do one more loan per loan rep. More loan reps is not the solution. More loans per loan rep fills their void. What does it do?
Fills their void.
When you look at leadership, what are some of the levels of leadership when you think of the word leadership?
I mean, in terms of servant
Well, you
leadership.
got to lead yourself, right?
Yeah.
You got to lead others, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then what's the ultimate level of leadership? You do it. I do it all the time.
Example.
Lead leaders.
Lead leaders.
So you lead yourself, you lead others, and you lead leaders. Now, the styles of leadership, you're right. We serve. What does that mean to serve?
Take care of other people.
Yeah, put their needs first. You agree? Now, when I rip my level 1 team today, I don't care how much money I make off that department. I care how much money they're making. Does that make sense? Some of them heard me say they weren't good enough. The truth is they're not doing good enough. What's the truth?
Not doing well enough.
But some of them hear what?
You're not good enough.
And that's an emotional thing. That's not really a coaching analogy. You agree?
Right.
Coaching is about you're not doing good enough. Coaching is not about you're not good enough. So I think you're going to get better every year forever. I'm going to make sure of it. I'm going to beat the snots out of you because you're the toughest guy I got. You're my Maximus. You're heading strong. What are some last couple thoughts that you have for our audience today?
I mean, I just think from a financial perspective, it's the same. It's staying the course. It's being disciplined. I mean, I've really
You
simplified.
save 20% every month?
I do. I learned that from my mom super early, from my very first job. I mean, she was a hard worker, a grinder, and, very frugal, but, taught me that super early. So I've done that. I've simplified a lot based on your strategies, trying to keep things. I still play around a little bit, but very, very minimal. I've made a lot of dumb decisions. I think that's a lot of the part that also I love about the core and being around you and having good mentors is, there's a lot of times we work really hard in this business. It's getting harder and harder to make money. And I think the more you can preserve and save and multiply those dollars rather than the days where, it's just a free for all. And I know I was just as guilty as anybody when the money was printing. I chased some things and I got into business with some people that weren't knowledgeable enough, right? They had money, they made money, but they weren't knowledgeable in the areas where they were trying to go. And I think the key to long-term wealth and growing is having, people that are experts, that are smarter than you are, that do it the right way and trusting that, not going after the shiny penny or the next little, big get rich quick thing. And I think that's still such an easy thing to go towards and to not be disciplined in the money, the hard-earned money that we earn. And I'm super grateful for you. And I think the people that listen to this, when you make it, it's paying attention to it. I was never a guy that really paid attention to the markets or things. I would just give it to my financial advisor and he did a phenomenal job. But as I've accumulated more and more, I've really, and as I've lost some, good amounts along the way. I mean, I've lost more money than most people will ever have, but I've also learned to okay, how to quickly get back on track and stick to the basic disciplines. And that's the main thing, whether it's core, whether it's investing, whether it's working out, whether it's family, it's there are some core, simple disciplines that work in anything you do. And the more that you stick to those, the more success you're going to have in
How
all
many
of those.
years you've been over $1 million income?
15 plus.
Cool. So I'm at 30, you're at 15. What does that make me and you? Expert earners.
Yeah.
You agree? And I think that I like the bigger pile theory. What does it mean to you?
I mean, just more an abundance mentality. There's enough for everyone, and just keep, accumulating. And
well, here's what it means to me. I would not give you fitness advice. You would not give me investment advice or income advice. So the bigger pile means you listen to the expert, like you talked about earlier, the expert who has big results, not the expert that knows it all. Like there's probably more mortgage men that know me and more than me and you, but there's not many mortgage men or coaches that get better results than we get. You agree?
right.
So it's kind of like that. The bigger pile theories, you look at the buffest guy in the gym and you copy his workout. You look at the best mortgage men, Kulbe, Rick Ruby. I mean, some of the biggest names in the mortgage business are in the core. And you go where the biggest names go and you just shut up, you show up, and you copy. You agree?
Absolutely.
Well, I've loved our 15 years and I want to go clear to the end. And my vision is you standing over my death and giving my eulogy. Can I count on you?
Count on me.
Say good things. You got it?
Absolutely.
Everybody out there, go be big like Eric Kulbe, Street Smart Millionaire. Have a great week. See you, Eric. Bye, everybody. You have the normal people that want to break records. They have to be directed. They have to be under authority to win. You all have a little talent, and it will take you a little ways. But if you're directed and you follow an exact GPS and you follow an exact play with accountability, your limits are unlimited.
Your competition is harder right now. They're smarter, they're more talented, and the ones that are going to survive, the ones that are going to make it through, are the ones that what Rick talked about earlier. Always be directed.